let's get going. So we're going to start by rolling the shoulders. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Big circles. Okay, we're going to change direction opposite way. And big circles the whole way around. Four, three, two, and one. Drop the head. Big circle. All the way to the front. We're going to change direction. Or we get to the front, change direction, bring it back around. So big circle all the way around, all the way back. Three, two, and one. Okay, hands on the hips, feet shoulder apart. We're going to move through the hip, big circle around, and all the way back. Okay, two more each direction. When we get those two done, we're going to bring our feet together, bend the knees slightly, keeping our back straight. We're going to little circles with the knees, and when we get to the front, change direction, bring it back. All the way around, all the way back. Okay, one more each direction. Okay, we're going to stand up out onto the toe, little circle through the ankle, and all the way back. So last little bit of the warm up here. And one more each direction. I'm going to swap to the opposite side. And one more each direction. Okay, let's bring it down to the mat. We're going straight down to the mat today, and we're going to bend our knees and lie on our side. So you can support your head with the bottom hand. Our knees and ankles are stacked, and then from there we're going to lift up just as high as we can and slowly lower. We want to make sure with this flow we keep our core nice and tight, and we're not rocking back. So we're pulling our belly button in. We're just going as far as you can before we rock back and slowly lower. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. So we're working on those glute muscles here on the outside of the leg. Lift up and back down. Keeping the ankles in contact with each other the whole time as well. Sit up, inhale, lower. 4, 3, 2, and one last one. And back down. Okay, we're going to swap to the opposite side. So Rock it over to the side. Again, we're supporting that head, that bottom arm. Knees are bent, ankles are stacked. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. As high as you can and slowly down. Yeah, we don't want to rotate here. Keep our ankles stacked. Just go up as high as you can and slowly lower them the whole time. Four, three, two, and one. And a little lower. Okay, we're going to come over onto our back. So straight out, legs bent, and what we're going to do is just going to squeeze, bump a little bit, and lower, let go, squeeze and let go. So we're focusing on activating our glutes here. The core again is tight, we're not moving, you should just squeeze, lift up, and back down, and let go. And focus a bit on our glutes today. Squeeze, let go, squeeze, let go. See, I'm slightly rising each time as I squeeze, and then lower. The rest of the body isn't moving, it is just our glutes. We're going to go one at a time now, so we go left, right, or right, left. Again, the rest of the body isn't moving, we're just using those glutes, side to the side. Focusing on moving them, getting them active. Four, three, two, one. I want you to squeeze both of them down, hold. Feel them lifting you up, holding. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Shake a little bit of gut. Now, we're going to go into some leg extensions. So what I want you to do is pull your back into the mat. Imagine you're pulling your belly button right down through into the mat. There's no gap between your back and the floor. I'm going to lift one leg up as high as we can and slowly lower. So lift up and lower. Keeping that back in contact with the mat the whole time. We're engaging that front of that hip. Keeping it moving the whole time. Up and slowly lower. Four, 3, 2, and one last one, all the way up, slowly lower. Okay, onto the opposite side. Lift up and lower again. Keep that back in contact with the mat. Don't let it lift. We're keeping the core engaged the whole time and breathing through each rep. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. You might find one side is harder than the other. That's completely normal. Lifting up and slowly lower. Keeping it in control the whole time. So as you come down, you're lowering slowly, you're not letting it fall. Or exhale and shoot it up. 4, 3, 2, one last one, all the way up, and slowly lower. Okay, you can play with the hips there, good. Roll side to side a little bit. What we're going to do now is we're going to put our feet and plant them into the mat. So we want knees pointing to the ceiling, feet are hip distance apart. Again, we're going to pull that mat or that back into the mat, and we're going to slowly lift up into a bridge position, pushing up with those glutes we activated slightly earlier. So slowly up. Use those glutes to push yourself up, keeping the core nice and tight, and then slowly coming back down. Imagine you're peeling each individual vertebrae in your spine up off the mat, and then you're going to place each one down. All the way up. And back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. On our next one, we're going to lift all the way up and hold it there. Squeezing those glutes and holding fast. So breathing the whole time as well. Should feel it right in here after holding for a couple of seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to slowly pop back down. Now we're going to bring our feet together. So soles of the feet are together. We're going to rest on the side of our feet, and again we're going to squeeze the glutes to lift up and lower. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Up and back down. Again, keeping that core tight the whole time. Make sure the glutes are squeezing up, slowly lower. All activating those glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly bring it back down. Extend out the legs. Just have a little shake around. You can bring your knees into your chest. And we're going to just rock side to side for a second. Roll into that lower back a little bit. You can draw little circles with the knees. One direction. Bring the other direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to sit up. Legs out in front of us. Legs out nice and straight. We're going to roll our shoulders back and down, sit up tall, pulling our core in. We're going to give our glutes a little bit of a break. And we're going to bring our shoulders in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull our shoulder blades back and push them forward. So we're not moving through our arms here. We're actually moving our shoulders and squeezing them back. So looking this way, squeeze back, push forward. Squeeze back, push forward. The movement is through our shoulder blades, focusing on getting them back and forward. Keeping your core nice and tight the whole time as well. So we don't want to be coming back and forward. We're sitting up tall, just pull it back, squeeze forward, pull back, squeeze forward. The only thing that's moving right now is your shoulder blades. They're pulling together and they're coming back. Four, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bring the hands up overhead and we're going to push them down and back up. Again, we want to make sure the movement's just through our shoulder blades to show you. And if you need to, if you're struggling to put the hands overhead, just stay in the lower position we were doing before. Otherwise, we're up and back down. Again, the movement's through our shoulder blades, nothing else. Pull the shoulder blades to the back pockets, lift up, pull the shoulder blades to the back pockets, lift up. Down and back, down and back. The goal here is to move just through the shoulders. 4. Breathing through each one. 4, 3, 2, and 1 down. Okay, reach your arms out a little bit. I'm going to give a little stretch here. So staying there with the legs out in front of you. Going to bring it up, one arm across the body. Just make sure we're not on the elbows or either side. I'm just going to pull in towards yourself. And let it go. Soft to the other side. And just lightly stretching across. And let it go, shake it out. Okay. We're going to bring our arms up to shoulder height. Again, before we start this, we want to roll our shoulders back and down. So our arms are shoulder height, and we're just going to draw little circles. I want to feel the arm moving through that socket. Again, shoulders are back and down, so we're using those shoulder muscles, and we're not going up into our traps, which are our upper neck. And change direction opposite way. We're going to go up and down. And we're going to hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Shake it out. Now we're going to do a little stretch here on the hamstrings. What you're going to do is one leg up. You're going to bring your foot into the inside of the opposite thigh. So foot comes into the thigh, and we're going to again inhale, lift up, exhale, just pushing the hands far down the legs as you can until we feel a little bit of a stretch. We don't want intense stretch. We don't want to over push it. We don't want to feel like the muscle is fighting back. We just want a light stretch. So if you're here, that's great. If you're a little bit further, even better. Whatever suits you. If you can reach your toes, great. Just settle into that. Let the hamstring stretch out. Don't force anything. So you inhale, if you exhale, so you can go a little bit further. If you can't, just stay where you are. That's okay. And once more, inhale, exhale, so you can go a little bit further. We're going to inhale and exhale, come back up. Extend out that leg, bring the other one in now. And again, we're going to inhale, nice and tall, exhale, come just as far as you can. Again, with these, you might find one side is tighter than the other. That's completely normal as well. Just going as far as you can. Inhale, Exhale so you can go a little bit further. If you can't, just stay where you are, don't worry. And then see if you can go slightly further again. If you can't, don't worry. And I'm going to come back up. Okay, from there, I'm going to turn forward first. You're going to move the legs out a little bit, so we're going to straddle position. I'm going to focus on stretching the inside of the thighs here, and then if you can lean slightly forward, just going as far as you can. Again, we're just trying to get an initial stretch. Don't want it to be painful or tight, we're just going slightly forward. We want to keep our toes facing the ceiling, so we don't want them falling in. So if you are finding it hard to keep them facing the ceiling, walk your feet in slightly closer together. We are going to bring our hands over to one leg and just going as far down the leg as you can. If you can hold your feet, great. If you can't, don't worry. Okay, bring it back to center. Hold it there for a few seconds. I'm going to walk into the other side. And bring it back to center. And coming back up, bringing those feet together. Right, we're going to come over into our box position. So what we want to be in our box position is we want a direct line from our shoulder to our wrist and our knee to our hip. So our hands aren't forward. We're not sitting back. We're in a straight line. Pull that core in again, and we're going to do these two ones. So we're going to lift out, opposite hand to opposite leg, over, swap it over. So with this, we want to make sure we're as solid as possible as we're doing this for balance. So as far as you can. We don't want to be leaning like that either way. If you are struggling, just do one limb. So you just put the leg out. Keep yourself balanced, up the hand out. And if you can do both, do both. We want to make sure our core is nice and engaged as we're doing this to keep ourselves balanced. So reach out and lower and reach out, keep it going. You might find there's a little bit of twisting, but we want to aim to get as little as we can. And using that core and breathing through each one. Four, three, two, and one. From there, we are going to lift one of our feet. So again, we want to keep ourselves as square as possible. We're not leaning up at that leg. What we're going to do is we're going to push that heel up towards the ceiling. Again, keeping ourselves straight as possible. And squeezing that glute, push that heel up. Bringing the glutes back in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. And we're going to bend our heel towards our bum and push it back out. We're doing a hamstring curl here. 3 through each one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. bring it back. You want to shake it out a little bit too before we go back into our second side. Again, back in that box position, nice and square, cores engaged. Lift that opposite leg out. Again, we don't want to compensate and lift either side. Try to keep it as square as possible. And we're going to lift heel up towards the ceiling. Push the heel up, slowly lower. Using that glute squeeze up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Curl the heel in towards the bum and back. And back. Again, keeping us as square as possible here. Trying not to rotate ourselves. It might be very minute. We want to try and spread that weight as much as we can over the 3 limbs that are on the ground. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down. We're going to sit back onto our heels and pull forward into child's pose. So you can actively pull your hands forward, or you can just let them rest, whichever you want to do. I'm going to actively pull mine in. And walk our hands to the side. Bring it back to center. And walk into the opposite side. Back to center. Now we're going to come back up. Okay, so staying in that box position again. Hands nice and spread, take as much weight as possible. We're going to roll our shoulders back and roll them forward. Getting as much movement through those shoulders as we can. Big circles the whole way, each direction. This is generally a lot harder than it looks. Don't worry, we don't move them this much. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from there, we're going to tuck the hips, drop the head, push the back up towards the ceiling. And bring all the way back, drop the hips, and look up. Imagine there's a string in the middle of your back, lifting you up, and pull back out. Moving through that spine again. Tuck and in. And then untuck and push out. Breathing through each one. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Now one last one in this position we're going to do is we're going to take one arm, we're going to lift it up towards the ceiling. I'm going to reach through underneath, all the way around, reach through knees. Imagine you've dropped the remote under the couch, trying to reach through and grab it, all the way around. Chin up, and around. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to swap to the other side. So again, reach up all the way through, and up, all the way through. Breathe through each one. Reach through, all the way up. Go to 4, 3, 2, and one last one. All the way through, and back. Okay. We are going to come up onto the knees. We're going to go one leg forward, one leg back. Squeeze it in from behind. We're going to push that knee forward, open up the hip, and slowly push back off it. Again, we're keeping ourselves upright the whole time here. We don't want to lean forward into it, so we don't want to be going like that. And keep yourself up. Push off that front foot and bring yourself back. Squeeze forward, push back. Four, 3, 2, and 1. So with this, from there, if you want to try, you can keep going back and forth, or you can see if you can grab your back foot, pull that in towards your bum. Be careful doing this because it can cause your hamstring to cramp if you do it too quickly, or just stay where you are. Up tall. As well, if you are leaning forward to do it, just stick with moving forward and back through it. Three, 2, 1, let it go and swap to the opposite side. One foot forward, one foot back. Again, we're going to squeeze forward, slowly step off it. Slowly forward, slowly back. Open up the front of that hip. It's really good work. Keep that going. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Again, if you can, catch that back foot and bring it up. Making sure you're keeping yourself really balanced here, or keep moving through. Pushing the knee forward and back. Whichever one you want to go for is completely fine. Right, you want to stay up tall. Don't lean forward into it. Keep your core tight for balance. Four, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. We're going to stand up and interlock the fingers behind the back. Lifting up as high as we can, sticking our chest forward and keeping our head up. Inhale. As you exhale, see if you can lift a bit higher. If you can't, just stay where you are. And again, lift up. And we're going to let it go. Interlock fingers the opposite direction, push them really far apart now. Open up the back, push them way far apart. Okay, from there, if you can, you're going to lift up overhead, pushing towards ceiling. And lean out to one side. Bring it back to center. Out to the opposite side. Back to center, let it go, and you're done, guys. Well done.